What are we looking at?
It's not a plane or helo, but it's big. Round. If it's a drone, it's nothing I've seen.
Dr. Stevens, the only way to know if it'll harm us is to see how it reacts to human contact.
Did you see that? That was human, right?
Well, Peterson said it transformed.
So you don't see anything weird here?
I'll take weird Larson over regular Larson any day.
Alpha 8? Are you here?
I blinked for like a second, and it was just gone.
Bravo leader. Hangar is clear and secure. No sign of Phillips or the asset. Over.
Let's catch ourselves an alien.
What do you mean? Who are you? I am Larson.
No. We call you Alpha 8.
Michael, no!
I don't know where that thing is, but it wasn't my mom.
Hi, I'm Cameron Ayton. Follow along as I play Daniel Nichols in the new fiction podcast, Alpha 8, Season 1. A family-friendly audio drama created by my mom, Stephanie Ellie, and produced by Busy Media Group. Follow Alpha 8 on Apple Podcasts, Apollo Plus, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I hope you enjoy.
This episode of the ZOSAI Paradox is sponsored by you. Go to patreon.com/AliceFern to throw me a few bucks. Thank you very much. Enjoy this episode. Log entry 30:06:42:13:23. I'm not sure how much longer I can take this. I haven't heard another person's voice in a week. After this all happened, the ship seemed so loud, but now it feels quiet. I'm getting jumpy too. Every creak, groan, and tap I hear on the ship, it immediately makes me jump, like I'm getting ready for my meeting with the cold vacuum of space. It might be a good end, you know. It would be quick at least, I should...
Vaulted audio, MER0012. Log entry 010342, 1922.
ZOSAI, stop recording.
Ellie Roberts. Canvas is making me work. You'd think they'd give me some time off to rest and recuperate
ZOSAI,
after the journey.
Stop!
But no. Instead, they've got me running decompression
ZOSAI,
drills.
please
I'm so
stop
tired,
the recording.
But I'm the lowest ranking member of this ship. Every single person is technically my boss.
ZOSAI, stop
Commander Owens isn't
the
so bad. She's actually quite motherly to me.
recording.
Recording, stop.
Finally. Okay. So she ran a self-check.
Airlock Alpha, good. Airlock Beta, good. Airlock Gamma, error.
ZOSAI, stop. Run a diagnostic check on your systems.
Airlock Alpha, good. Airlock Beta.
ZOSAI,
good.
stop. You know what I meant. Run a diagnostic for your computer systems. Please.
Airlock Alpha.
Ugh!
Airlock.
Log entry 30:06:42:14:23. Something is going on with ZOSAI. She keeps playing recordings from before the accident. I don't know why she's doing this, and every single time I try to tell her to run the system diagnostics, I get the ship diagnostics. I don't care about the ship diagnostics. I think I've heard them about 20 times now. Everything is fine, apart from the gaping hole in the airlock. I'm fully aware of this now. I'm not an engineer. That was Camber's, and to a lesser extent, Robertson. But it might be a shot to take apart the computers that control ZOSAI, just to see what's going on. I mean, I did mess around with computers a lot during training. Stupid card. ZOSAI, open server room door. Brute force and ignorance it is, then.
Access to the ship's mainframe computer is restricted to commanders and above.
ZOSAI, did you just shock me? Did you just shock me? There is something seriously wrong with ZOSAI. Her voice is different, and she's playing these random audio messages. And I think she shocked me earlier. It's been hours, but my hand, it still really hurts. I need to get a message to the Ares ground station about this to get NASA's and the ESA's thought on this. I should at least try to figure out why she shocked me first, but how do I explain this? Screw it. Hey Zoshi, why did you shock me?
Incorrect. I did not shock you.
What do you mean? You shocked me, or at least something did.
Incorrect. I did not shock you.
Something shocked me. Around 2 p.m. today.
Incorrect. You were in quarters from 1330 to 1900 hours. A mental stability note was made.
Mental stability? I'll show you mental stability. I tried a simple check on your systems and you locked the access doors for anyone under CO level. Zoshi, I am the CO and I deserve—
Correction. Acting CO.
Acting CO is still CO. Ooh. Replacement comms system due 30/11/42. Confirm ability to receive. Making safe will be done in time. What do you mean invalid output? Okay, how about now? Jesus Christ. Log entry 30/06/42/2038. I hated my bodged together solution for communications, but now that it's gone, I don't know how or why, but the data lines and power lines bridged. It cooked the cables and the laser is down. I can only hope that the cables are the only thing that got barbecued in this process, or I am really screwed. I need to contact Ares. I don't know what's going on with Zoshi, but I know my hand still hurts. And I need to fix this, or they're going to think I'm dead.
Hello. ESA Liaison, Audrey Anderson here. How can I help?
Hello, Mrs. Anderson. When did you last hear from Alex?
Oh, hello, Mrs. Holland. Our last communication was in the early hours of the 30th. Alex is fine. We've just sent a message about the replacement comms system, actually.
You know, it's been 20 hours since you last had contact. I also know that NASA and the ESA defines loss of signal from a station to be anything over 14 hours. You have now 4 hours to give a statement to me before you have to release this information to the public. I'm trying to help you, Mrs. Anderson. If this goes public before the BBC receives a response, I'm powerless over the tabloids.
They're running a station single-handedly. There are going to be some delays in communication. This is my statement.
No response in 20 hours. And your response is that they're busy? Not good enough. My boss would hang me for calling that a story.
Listen, Mrs. Holland. Before we get a response, we have no way of knowing what's going on inside the station. We have to have faith that Fleming is safe.
What about outside?
What about outside?
The others died in a hull breach, right? Why don't you have one of the probes around Jupiter take a photo of the station?
That's not my call.
Find the person whose call that is and get them to do it. And if you don't, or won't, I will run with the story that the ESA and NASA have no idea what's going on with the Zeus Gateway, and are refusing to make any effort to find out. How does that story sound to you?
Lauren, you know things are more complicated than that.
Audrey, we both know that is not my problem.
Goodbye, Lauren. Journalists. Steve?
Yes, Miss Anderson?
Get me the Ares liaison on the phone urgently. Well?
It's just, I've been working 14 hours straight today. I would really like some reassurances about overtime pay.
There is a soul that could be dead up there and you're worried about money? Talk to me later about this, after we know that Fleming is safe. And secretaries, it seems.
Hey, remember that plan you told me about? I'm in.
What changed?
Nothing's changed. That's why I'm in now.
Don't call this number again. Get a burner phone and meet me at the usual place.
Thank you for your service, Laser. Christ. What do I do now? Log entry 30/06/24/21/48. I've always said I'm not an engineer, and this has never been more clear to me than now. I must have made a mistake with the wiring, and the data line and power line touched, frying them both. And the laser also got fried in the process. So I now have no way to communicate. However, I do still have the camera pointed at Ares, so I can get the messages, but responding is going to be next to impossible. There's always the probe, I guess. I could try and send a signal to let them know that I'm alive to the probe's camera. Who knows? I guess that's a problem for tomorrow. I think I should try to get some sleep now.
I've got the Ares liaison on line 1 for you.
Finally. Hello. Oh, hi, Kim. Yes, you can point one of the Jupiter probes at the ZGSS. We urgently need some information on it. Thank you.
Hello?
Mrs. Holland, it's Audrey Anderson. We've got a probe about to take a picture of the ZGSS. We should have some information in the next couple of hours.
Thank you. I'll write up my report for before the deadline. I assume you're giving the BBC access to the information as soon as you get it.
Of course. I would hate for our relationship to sour.
Zoshi, I can't sleep. Play nature sounds.
Nature file 103.
The Zoshi Paradox is a podcast distributed by Fern Productions and licensed under a Creative Commons non-commercial share-alike 4.0 international license. This episode was written by Alice Fern with additional assistance from Safron Ayton. It features Alice Fern as Alex Fleming, Safron Ayton as Zoshi, Hels as Ellie Robertson, Hilary James as Audrey Anderson, Grace as Lauren, Kaiju as Steve, and Moss as Phenix. Thank you for listening.